How does somebody who is so good at speaking into one of these suddenly one day decide, I want to coach football?
It's not all about the microphone, Vic. Come on. See, in this little thing, there's no winning or losing, you know?
There is. If I win this interview, I could easily lose this interview.
No, you're never going to lose the interview. I had done television for 13 years, and when I retired, I went into broadcasting because I could have the time to be with my family and to help raise my family. And that was the best decision I could have made at that time. Now, 13 years later, the kids are older, and it's an amazing thing. They don't really want to hang out with Dad as much anymore. And the Monday night thing happened where they wanted to go get Troy Aikman and go that direction. I said, okay, well, I got to make an evaluation as to what I really want to do. What's going to fill my cup? And it wasn't just to go back and do college football again. I had kind of moved on past that. And so I said, I'm just going to close this door and see where the direction goes. And I had no intentions of coaching. And 3 days after I made that decision, I got a call from Kyle. And he's like, hey, you thought about this? I said, no, I haven't thought about it. And I was like, that's crazy, Kyle. And he's like, just come out and meet the guys, meet the staff, and see if it's something that could be a fit for you and a fit for us. And I came out and I met the staff, and I didn't know anything about coaching. I said, if I were to coach a quarterback, this is what I would do. And I laid that out, and I think that what they resonated most with was the fact that I don't have any agendas. Like I didn't get into this to stair step or to go somewhere or to be a coordinator or this or that. I just wanted to get back into having relationships that mattered, that build a team, that win, that lose, and to do that and be part of something bigger than myself. And I've got that in the past 2 years, and that's really special to me.
You're doing a good job. What was Kyle's role when you played for the Broncos? Was he a ball boy back then? Did you ever see him?
Yeah, well, I'm not that much older than Kyle. I think maybe 5 or 6 years.
You look a lot older.
I know. I feel a lot older. Well, maybe not feel, but no, actually, Kyle he would come around and run routes because he was playing receiver at Duke and then at Texas. So I'd be out there in the off season with Ed McCaffrey and Rod Smith and the guys, and Kyle would be out there and he'd bring some of his buddies along with him and he'd run routes. So I know more of Kyle from that standpoint than ball boy.
The Shanahan offense, Kyle versus Mike, how much has changed?
Oh, there's a lot that's changed. I mean, a lot. But there's also still core fundamentals that have stayed exactly the same. So, well, the way that you play, the physicality with which you play, the importance on running the football, and how you run the football, and how you tie your entire offense to running the ball, having that balance. So there's some core fundamental elements that are still in play, the mobility of the quarterback, the keeper game, those kinds of things. But the offense that we run today you wouldn't recognize it if you put it into 1998.
I'm told you've always been a supporter of Brock Purdy's before he became what he is today. What did you see in him, Brian, and how did you see this translate like this?
Well, watching his tape at Iowa State, first of all, he had a lot of tape. He played a lot. And so there wasn't like a question as to whether he could do this or do that because you saw it. Can he play in the fourth quarter in a tight game against Oklahoma? You saw it. Can he play from ahead, come from behind? Can he make plays? Can he take the team on his back? He did all those things in college. And then you see him start to go through progressions. You see him move in the pocket. You see his escapability. You see his mental toughness. Then you talk to him on the phone, and we talk about that. We do the Zooms, and I fell in love with everything about the kid. And he was humble, and he worked hard. He was going to earn everything that he was going to get. And despite the fact that he was the last pick in the draft, that has nothing to do with his ability to play well at this level. And I think that part of that is why so many people have a hard time understanding, accepting that he's a good football player and that he is a reason why we're in the Super Bowl. And because it goes against their skills of evaluation. And so it's hard for them to overcome that, but for us, we've always believed in him.
Can you see yourself as a head coach in this league?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it, Vic. I I really enjoy each day that I'm doing my job and being there for my guys right now.
Congratulations to Michigan. They have a quarterback who's going to get into the league, and at some point the Broncos may be looking for a quarterback. What can you say about J.J. McCarthy?
Well, man, I'm so happy for both JJ and all the guys at Michigan. What a year they had, and what the hurdles that they had to overcome with the coach and being suspended. I just think that I'm so happy for the team. I'm so happy for those guys. JJ made the decision to come out, and we'll see what happens there. It's a tough business, but I know that he has the mental toughness. He showed that in spades.
Second biggest Nuggets fan in this room right here.